Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. It is basketball Saturday. I think some of the games are going to start. Had to throw on my Magic Johnson Lakers jersey. Um, yeah, I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about Paldea Evolved right now, but let's get the basketball stuff out of the way. What's your team? Is your team still in it? You think the Lakers even have a chance to do anything against Denver? You know, the Lakers and the refs. That free throw disparity, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's ridiculous. Even as a guy who, as a Magic Johnson fan, I was a Kobe fan, not quite as much, as Magic Johnson. You know, as a kid, when I was a kid, the first thing I knew about basketball was Magic versus Bird, and I obviously chose Magic Johnson, being a kid from California, and so that was like one of those things where Magic Johnson had like probably one of the greatest rookie seasons that you can ever have. Winning Rookie of the Year, winning the Finals MVP, all that good stuff. I mean, just from there on, I mean, he was like probably the greatest Laker that's ever lived. Who else you got? It's Magic, Kareem, Kobe. And then after that, it's like really nobody. We're not. LeBron hasn't been there long enough, and I'm not really a LeBron fan. I'm not with all the new style of basketball players. They're back in the day, players were players. You got a team. The owners got you there, and you played for that team. You're proud to play for that team. Now it's like they're more entitled. Like if things aren't going right, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to play with this person, that person. It's so different. It is way different, for me, I mean, it really is Magic, Kareem, and Kobe are the best, and for me, it's in that order: Magic, Kareem, then Kobe. So, but like I said, this Lakers team now, they got some fun players to watch. How could you not root for like Austin Reeves? So anyway, I don't think they stand a chance against the Denver Nuggets. The in-season tournament. So literally, there would have been 8 teams going to the playoffs. 1 through 8. The in-season tournament adds 9 and 10. In both the East and the West, the 9 and 10 got eliminated. The Warriors were 10, they got eliminated. The Kings were 9, they got eliminated. And then on the other side, it was the Bulls and the Hawks were 9 and 10, and they got eliminated. Miami Heat was the 8th seed going in to the 8th seed still, and they're playing Boston. So we almost, if they flip-flopped anywhere, we wouldn't have got that. Miami versus Boston, that's what we wanted to see, because last year, Miami came through the in-season tournament, took out Boston. Can they do it again this year? It looks like Jimmy Butler's not going to be there. So that's kind of one of those situations. So anyway, enough about basketball. Let me know what your team is, whatever, if you want. But let's talk about investing in Paldea Evolved. Is it time to start investing in this set? It's been out for about a year. I know that Scarlet and Violet base set, the set right before this, I believe they had their reprint already, but I don't know if Paldea Evolved had a reprint yet. I don't think so, because it's still sold out on the Pokemon Center website. If you have any allocation, and you could let me know if you've seen it on the purchasing order list, let me know, because I don't think it had a reprint. But I got this box right here off of the TikTok shop for, I believe it was, it was $97.50, and TikTok shop had a 20% off, or 30% off up to $20 or something like that. So I got $20 off on this, so I got it for $77.50. You're not gonna get it for any lower than that. That is basically about what you're gonna get it for. Just about all the sellers on TikTok shop have it for $99 and up. I see it from $99 to $110. I even see people trying to sell the box for like $130, things like that, which is ridiculous. Shop around. Don't just go buy something whatever price people are asking, because per TCG player, it's $107 is what this is at. For me to get it for $77.50 plus tax, so we're talking about just around $87. I'm happy with that. An $85 booster box is kind of like the low. That's basically what you're gonna get on the low there. So I bought this from a seller called Create It, C-R-E-8 It, Create It. I don't know, fancy verbiage on that one, but you know, they shipped it good. It was packaged well. I could tell the box that when it got to them, it probably had like it's just a small little bow right there. I mean, but it's packaged well. It's you know, it's when you get things from anywhere, go ahead and make sure you look it over, you know, because you know the perforations on the top should be consistent with all the rest of the Scarlet and Violet boxes you got. On the bottom, they don't have that other recycling symbol like on the Sword and Shield boxes on the Paldea Evolved ones. Make sure that's there, because if they have that, then you know it's maybe an old box from a fake company, you know, that they just put the Paldea Evolved print on it. You know, it shouldn't have that little recycling thing. It's off to the side of I think it was on this side over here. You know, and then always make sure you get this little mixed materials box here, because some of the fakes don't have that there. The Pokeballs on them, like, you can see right there, it should have that little registered R on it. The fakes a lot of times don't have that. You know, and just look at there's a consistency. The Pokeballs don't always stay the same. If all the balls look exactly the same, it's just not, because it gets stretched. Some of the balls get bigger on the real boxes. On the pack, that ball on the back here is way bigger than like some of the ones, like that little one on the top. The little one starts getting stretched over off this side. But anyway, so are we? Are you guys investing in Paldea Evolved yet? Have you bought some of these? You got some cases sitting around? I feel like I don't like buying boxes until they're about a year old, until they start getting that reprint. Because if there's a reprint that comes out right now, like I said, me getting this for $77 is as cheap as you're gonna get them. I mean, I can get a case. It looks like you can get cases for about $610 for a case, but that's, you know, that's a little over 100 each. So I got this for, like I said, 80. I think it was 87 out the door, shipped, all that stuff, tax shipped, everything like that. And so for me, I can go get a case for $600, or I could just buy these one by one every time TikTok Shop puts out a $20 off coupon and keep getting these for 85 bucks, you know. I'm saving me $15 on each box every single time. So we're talking about $90 I'm going to save off of the case price just by getting them this way. And I know there's that case premium people talk about. I don't fall into that. If I'm going to buy a case, I want the case to be slightly less. I want to save money per box if I'm buying in bulk. If I'm not going to get that deal, I won't buy it. I'm not one of those people, oh, that case premium doesn't do anything for me. I don't know what does that for some people. It's not going to do anything for me. I know it's an untampered case and all that good stuff. That's for somebody else, not for me. But yeah, so Paldea Evolved, the Iono from the day this dropped, the Iono SIR was the big chase card. And for me, I'm not into the waifu stuff. The Japanese Pokemon is like losing steam right now. I mean, it was during COVID, people couldn't get the English stuff as much, so they started switching over to Japanese, and that started getting popular and stuff right now. Now this stuff is so readily available that the Japanese sets are starting to fall off a little bit. They're not gonna, anything will be a good long-term investment. Japanese 151 dropping down to, I think the cheapest I've seen is about $69 on Sneaker Dunk. If it's your first time buying, you don't have to pay that $38 shipping fee. So then you're gonna get that box with it's $69 plus like a $2 duty fee. So you're talking about 71 bucks landed. I mean, if you can get that right now, go ahead and do that. Do that. I'm like 100% positive that those boxes, hold on to them for a little while, because this was the reprint. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna. I'm not sure if they're gonna print them again, but this reprint seems like it's so huge. I would, right now is a good time to buy those at the ground floor. This is as low as they're gonna get. I mean, to get them in the $50-$60 range, 70 bucks, perfect. You know, because I was buying up at 140, 150, 160. I think the most I paid was like about 169 plus tax or shipping or whatever like that. So I stopped at that price. And I got 10 boxes. I ended up opening up a box because now I can go get stuff for cheaper. But you know, I like to wait till it's that 1 year. So like this box here has been out for a year. It's about to be reprinted, I'm sure, or maybe it'll be reprinted in the next couple months. And then from there, it's just going to go up because, like I said, the Iono was the big chase card, but for me, it was the Magikarp, and I thought that card was undervalued. It has since passed the Iono. Magikarp's at 103 TCG player price, and then Iono's at 78. So they flopped, and this was recently. This was in the last month. You know, Magikarp was I bought it for my son for $62, $62, and a week later it was up at 90, and then now it's at 103. It goes up to like a 108, then comes back down to 102, 108, 105. It has passed quite a few cards. I mean, it passed. Right now, it's sitting just above the Charizard SIR from 151. It hasn't quite caught up to the Paldea and Fates Charizard. You know that SIR, that shiny Charizard. That one right there. I have a feeling Magikarp is going to pass that one sometime soon. For me, so Magikarp is going to end up being that chase card of the Sword and Shield, the big chase. It's not going to be big like Moonbryon, but it'll be that big chase, kind of like the Giratina or something. And it's the same artist, Shinji Kanda, and it's like it's got this, you know, this black rainbow abstracty kind of background, just like the Giratina from Lost Origin. And you see how big that card is. That card is huge. If Moonbryon wasn't around, that would be the big chase card from Sword and Shield. But so the Magikarp, it's just an illustration rare. It's like 1 in every 480 packs to pull that card. And you know, Paldea Evolved has a very large illustration rare set. The set is huge, so you know, to pull that for it to be 1 in every 480. I mean, really, you can open up 900 boxes, maybe not pull the Magikarp if you're unlucky. You know, I mean, 900 packs, not boxes. So for the average hit of that card, 480, that's literally 13 booster boxes, or roughly $1,300. You know, so you grab a couple cases, you still might not hit the Magikarp. You know, so it's not as easy to pull as you know, as you would like for an illustration rare. Of course, you open this box here, you're probably gonna get 3 or 4 illustration rares. Hopefully one of them is that Magikarp. But you know, I see that card doing some numbers. I know there's a little bit of market manipulation. There's a lot of market manipulation going on because of the Sword and Shield booster boxes going up in price. It's easy to manipulate people into wanting to buy, you know, the some of the cards. But the Magikarp is part of this Scarlet and Violet, so it's a little bit different. I think it's that manipulation of the Sword and Shield stuff is kind of affecting only that card. It isn't affecting the Iono. It isn't affecting the Raichu, that gold super rod that's in this, the Chien-Pao. It ain't affecting that stuff, and it ain't affecting 151. You know, the Charizard from there. They are doing it with Temporal Forces. I think some of the bigger sellers are tired of the cards not being worth 100, 200, whatever it is, like they were with, you know, that the Lugia from Silver Tempest when it first came out was like a $200 card. The Charizard from Brilliant Stars when it came out, nothing in like Scarlet and Violet is doing that. You know, the card comes out pre-sale, a card could be worth 100, but as soon as the boxes come out, boom, it drops real quick. So I kind of feel like some of these people feel like they need to make more money, so they need to try to figure out a way to manipulate. So, I mean, Temporal Forces, look at the sets. Okay, so you have Scarlet and Violet base, Paldea Evolved, and Obsidian Flames. Fairly similar sets. I mean, Paldea obviously is the strongest of those 3 sets. But if you go look at the first 3 sets of Sword and Shield, you're looking at Sword and Shield base. It's not as good as Scarlet and Violet. I believe the next one was Rebel Clash. It's not as good as Paldea Evolved. And then you have Darkness Ablaze. It's not as good as Obsidian Flames. I mean, Obsidian Flames, yeah, it's a Charizard heavy set. It's got the Pidgeot line, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot. Cool illustration rare line. I mean, it's basically that. And then the Scizor and the Cleffa. That's way better than the Darkness Ablaze, and it might be better than if you go back to Sun and Moon. I mean, that third set was Burning Shadows. Burning Shadows has that big rainbow Charizard, but besides that, that set isn't that strong. I mean, Obsidian Flames feels like it might be stronger. It just has easy pull rates. Most likely, you're gonna pull a Charizard when you buy a booster box of Obsidian Flames. One of them, the gold, the full art, the EX, and then of course the illustration rare. You're gonna pull one. You buy 2 or 3 boxes. Most likely, you're gonna pull quite a few of those Charizards out of there. It seems like. But in the future, 5 years down the road, someone wants to open a box, and they go, "You remember how easy it was to pull Charizards of Obsidian Flames?" Yeah, I do. It's gonna hold some weight. People are gonna go, I feel like opening that box, a little nostalgia, and pull out one of those Charizards. So that's gonna. I mean, people are complaining about it now. They're not gonna be complaining about it later. Hit rates from some of these sets, we go back to some of the older sets. EX, X and Y, some of those sets were horrible pull rates. I mean, you open a box and maybe you're gonna get a couple mega evolution cards from there or something that aren't even worth that much. I mean, why is the box worth so much? I don't know. But like I said, I think that the Magikarp is going to definitely continue to ride the tailcoat of the Giratina from Lost Origin. It's going to continue to rise. It's going to be the most expensive card in Scarlet and Violet. It's going to pass up the Paldea Fate's Charizard. If for an illustration rare to do that, it speaks volumes of what the artwork is. It speaks volumes of how well received that card is. And like I said, if Shinji Kanda keeps making those black background, very abstract with a little bit of rainbow hits, he makes that, and there's like a full set of those cards. They're all going to be worth something. To Giratina, the Magikarp, who's next? I mean, what is he going to put next on one of those cards? I mean, it's awesome when Shinji Kanda draws just a regular card. The artwork is amazing, but it doesn't match that. He kind of keeps the illustration rare, or the special illustration rare, specific for that style with the black and rainbow background. And so, for that card to come out in the second set of Scarlet and Violet and Paldea Evolved, I think Paldea Evolved is sorry about that camera. Funny. Paldea Evolved is it's this box, I think, is gonna get carried a little bit by that Magikarp. I think the prices of these are gonna start going up. A reprint is probably not gonna make it go down to, it's at 107 now. The reprint might get it back down to 95 or something like that. Still, I think right now is a good time to buy them. I also think you have time to wait and put your money in some Sword and Shield boxes before. Sports cards, whatever you want to do. Try to get some of the chase Victor Wembanyama. It's hard to get the Prism boxes right now. I love Prism, but it's hard to get the boxes. It's hard to chase Wemby right now without having to pay resale. So that's one of the annoying things about the sports cards right now is everyone thinks it's still COVID, and they go into the Targets and wipe it out and then sell them right away. It's hard to get this stuff. My Target don't even carry. I have to wait till they restock at 5 in the morning while I'm asleep, and I get an alert. By the time I wake up, they're sold out. They're gone within minutes. I don't know if there's bots buying up right away and stuff too, because I hear people who were up at the time still have a hard time. They're able to get some, but with Pokemon here, I mean, these are readily available. They're all over the place. I suggest, if you haven't done the TikTok shop, it's an untapped market for some people. Go in there, look for some of these boxes, look for the coupons. If you don't, if sometimes right when you see, you'll see the box here, it'll say $97 and it'll say 30% off with coupon. Click on that coupon, claim it, and then you could also see what are other eligible items, or you could search other things and see if it pops up with that little coupon under under the title. And then when you go in there, make sure that the shop that you're buying from has a lot of feedback. It'll sometimes say 1,500 of these sold. Then it's going to be trustworthy. You go in there and see a shop where they don't have any feedback. They don't have a picture of the box usually, so you're trusting that they have a real box. But just like I said, make sure it's a real seller. This was from Create It, again, CRE8 Create It. I also buy from Collectibles to the Moon. They do a lot of the Japanese. They have the 151 for $89 right now from them. They don't have a coupon for. They didn't have a coupon when I looked, so if they do, 89 minus 20, so you're gonna get it for $69 if you can get that coupon. Another one is Cali Poke House. They actually have a website. It's a one word, Cali Poke House, but they sell on the TikTok shop with the coupons. There's a few other vendors I bought from on there. Like I said, if you go in there and they have Paldea Evolved, Evolving Skies boxes, Chilling Rain boxes, and they all say $89, it's fake. It'll be like one of those things where you go in there and you see every single box says $89. That is, you're not getting any boxes for $89, let alone an Evolving Skies box for $89. So you'll see that on there. But I also see fake boxes on eBay. I've seen a guy selling Chilling Rain boxes, and it was missing the mixed recycling. It was the bottom didn't look right. Things just didn't look right. And I text and I messaged the guy, "Hey, your boxes aren't correct." I mean, he never responded and he never took down the listing. I'm just like, that's kind of wrong. That's not okay. But like I said, I told him, your box, the text don't look right. The mixed recycling is missing, or mixed materials, all this stuff. And it's just, like I said, always do your due diligence. You're spending your hard-earned dollars. So here we go. So $77.50 is what I got this for. Like I said, go on the TikTok shop, get your coupons. I did see even a Cali Poke House had he has it down. The price is down a little bit. He lowered the price on the Eevee Heroes to $3.89 a box. Plus, you can get the $20 off. You can get that for $3.69. I mean, $3.69 a box with the coupon. So definitely use those coupons. The TikTok shop. I'm gonna probably start buying maybe one of these a week, because I think that's about how often I get the coupon from the TikTok shop. So Paldea Evolved is one of those ones. It's like I said, I really believe in a set with a big chase card, and for the Magikarp to all of a sudden become that big chase card, which I kind of figured was going to happen. I told my son that Magikarp, I said one day is going to be worth more than the Iono. That Magikarp is going to be the chase card of Scarlet and Violet. It seemed so underrated to me, and it's happening. It's happened it's passed the Iono by quite a bit, and I believe it's going to pass up every other card in here, unless some crazy huge card comes out. Like, the end of Sword and Shield had so much big hitters come out in every set. It started with like Chilling Rain. Actually, Battle Styles with that Sleepy Tyranitar. I think that's kind of where it started. That, there was a couple other big cards before that, but that one, it was like, it just came hit. So Battle Styles and Chilling Rain with the Blaziken, and then even the gold Snorlax. I mean, that's the best gold card from Sword and Shield. So, and then the next set comes out was Evolving Skies, and we know what that is. Fusion Strike with the big Gengar, the Espeon. There's a few other good ones in Fusion Strike. The Celebi's moving right now. It went from a $28, $26 card. It's up a little over $40 now. So, my time to grab some of these illustration rares. The Astral Radiance, the Palkia, Origin Form Palkia, and the Origin Form Dialga. Those are moving right now. I think I kind of need to grab those ones for my son for his binder. But yeah, so let me know if you're gonna start getting into the Paldea Evolved. Are you waiting a little bit? Right now is as low as it's ever going to be, and like I said, it's not like moving all kinds, but for me, Paldea Evolved is it's a great set, being carried by one big card right now, the Magikarp. When it came to Evolving Skies, the booster boxes went from $4 something to almost $700, and now all the cards are moving. Is this going to do the opposite, where the cards start moving and then the box starts moving? Possibly, we don't know. That's the thing. The beauty of it is we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what's going to happen. But when things start moving, it's kind of exciting. It's nice. You see your investments, mature and pay dividends. So So I'm gonna start picking up some Paldea Evolved boxes. This is my first one, and it's from TikTok Shop, and I said I've ordered quite a bit off TikTok Shop, so I've ordered a Silver Tempest booster box off of there. I'm trying to remember if I got any other English ones. I got a lot of Japanese 151 off of there, but I think with the English, I think it's just Silver Tempest. I might have got a Brilliant Stars from there. I'm trying to remember now. I know I got one for Pokemon Center. I'm trying to remember where I got the other one from. I don't have a lot of Brilliant Stars because it isn't sold out yet. So, and I can't get them for super cheap. But getting them from the Pokemon Center is a good idea. I do believe in Lost Origin more, so I kind of went heavy on Lost Origin. So I bought quite a few of those. Probably gonna buy some more of those, but like I said, I'm switching off to the Paldea Evolved right now. Maybe I want to grab myself 6 of those and just set those aside. Then get back to some of the Sword and Shield stuff because Sword and Shield is still moving, but it's kind of slowing down a little bit. We're not seeing those $10 a day jumps on Fusion Strike like we were, but we are seeing like $1 here, or then it'll hold for 2 or 3 days and it'll go up another $3 or $4. So I mean, we have a little bit of time on everything, but you know, no matter what, if you bought Fusion Strike for 150, 140, 170, 180, 200, you're still gonna make money if you buy it at 240 because it is gonna keep going up. You know, it's gonna be probably over 300 by the end of the year. So if you buy it for 240 right now, you can make yourself to $60. If you can get it for, I've seen people getting them in the 225 plus shipping, so a little 235 or something like that. So you know, it's a fun time right now, especially for the Sword and Shield stuff. But I think we're gonna start seeing movement on the Scarlet and Violet stuff since they're been out for a year, and we're starting to see reprints. And you know, hopefully they only do 1 reprint. I mean, who knows? What if they don't reprint Paldea Evolved? What if they printed enough and they feel like they're not gonna print no more? You know, there's been a handful of sets that never got a reprint. Team Up, I believe Cosmic Eclipse didn't get a reprint, but some of those other sets did get reprints. Astral Radiance, people were reporting that it got a smaller reprint, but for it to sell out on the Pokemon Center and then all of a sudden be back up with where you can actually buy 96 boxes, so basically no limitation on how many to buy. That's 16 cases. I have a funny feeling Astral Radiance was printed as much as everything else. They just kind of they held back stock because of Astral Radiance was probably the least popular of the Trainer Gallery sets right there. You know, Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest must have been one of the most popular because they reprinted the hell out of that one. But the demand was there. For Astral Radiance, it wasn't. I mean, for Machamp to be the big chase card, I feel like, again, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Machamp, as beautiful as it is, the Origin Form Palkia and the Origin Form Dialga, those cards are approaching, you know, $40 to $50 now. I think those two might actually pass up that Machamp. I'm not a big fan of. I mean, the Machamp is cool. Everyone likes it, or everyone's telling you to like it. I don't think it's as nice of a card as the Palkia and the Dialga. I mean, I'm calling it right now. Palkia and Dialga are going to pass up Machamp, and those are going to be the big chase cards from Astral Radiance. When that's going to happen, I don't know. Maybe next year or something. Could happen this year. But I kind of feel like Astral Radiance had a bigger reprint than what people reported. I feel like Pokemon sometimes holds back stock sometimes so that they can sell stuff out. They're doing this weird thing with Silver Tempest right now. They're allowing you to only buy 4 boxes. That cuts out the cases. They're trying to I don't know. They're doing something so that people who want to invest in cases can't get them from the Pokemon Center, which is weird because everything else you can get Battle Styles in a case. Order 6, you get a case. Order 6 of Lost Origin, you get a case. But for Silver Tempest, it's almost like they want you to buy the other stuff first and limiting Silver Tempest to 4 because they don't want to sell a bunch of Silver Tempest yet for some reason. It's weird. They want, I don't know, it's almost like they're trying to make you buy other stuff. So it's weird. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I don't think it's because stock is low. That's why they're giving you that 4 box limit. It's weird. Pokemon Center doesn't have Paldea Evolved yet. I keep looking to see if they restock it because then I'll know that it was a reprint. And there isn't. Scarlet and Violet apparently had a small reprint and it's not available on the Pokemon Center. they might do another reprint of that one. I don't know. I mean, you know, you never know. Pokemon Center doesn't report to us and tell us this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. $77.50 plus shipping, $87. I'm starting to invest in Paldea Evolved now. Strongest set from Scarlet and Violet. I still think Obsidian Flames will be a good play in the future. Buy them those low, and the hit rates just being amazing. People are going to look back and say, hey, you know, that's going to carry some weight with some people if they want to open it. And then that's going to cause value when, you know, when you hold sealed product. So, all right, let me know if you're invested in Paldea Evolved, if you think it's time to start getting into this one. You know, that Magikarp's going crazy. Boxes might follow. End of my video, I'm out.